Hello again, Renegades. Fourth reaction today. I just finished up reacting to Ren's Money Game number 2 twice today. And quite frankly, I wasn't going to wait to react to part 3. So let's get right into it. If you guys want my take on the original 2 parts, yeah, I would hope you guys watch those videos of my reactions. But without further ado, let's get right into this. I've been anxious to see this. Oops, got to make sure that I am, in fact, recording this okay. Yeah, I've been anxious to see this, so let's get right into it. Now we got some piano. Sorry guys, I got distracted by this cable on my lav mic. That's my fault. Plus, I really want to hear that piano part again. My bad. Now this is Ren, right? Because I noticed, was it in his one of his videos, he was wearing a lot of rings. I don't recall if it was the Money Game video. That's neither here nor there, but this, to me, I believe this is Ren. Is there anything you can't play? Cool. Very cool. I just need to see something very quick. Okay, so yeah, obviously this was set up on a rig. But I almost felt like there was a cut, like right here. Here. There was a cut right there, and they were able to edit in the same shot from that same angle. Let's see where the camera goes from here. See, now it's either on a gimbal or like on a rig, like a Steadicam. So I'm pretty sure there was a cut right there, which is fine. This is already a one take, it's a clever way of doing a one take video to make it appear as if it was one take. Because there's no way they did that, took a camera off the rig, mounted it on a gimbal or, another rig to make it handheld. That's just not happening. But I like the production value of this. You guys weren't kidding. Everyone said that this one's going to blow my mind in terms of videography. I'm not even a minute in. That's definitely not Ren. No rings. Like creepy and sinister the way he's kind of moving. Okay, that was definitely a cut. And now it sounds like he's about to get to the song. Um, let's see if I could capture it. Oh, come on. Yeah, you can't really. Okay, here you could kind of see his hair as he takes off the hood, right? Ah, I'm gonna get this, guys. I just gotta keep going back to like 135. Maybe I'm not, but then you look at it here, his hair's done. But very clever the way they're doing this. I really like it. All right, let's hear the song now, guys. I've been anticipating this since I heard part one, so let's go.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval, moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with no bond.
Okay, this took a crazy turn. But I have to pause. I have to say that Ren's ability to I mean, obviously I'm watching the video, which helps. But I'm thinking to myself about what he's saying. He's painting such a vivid picture of the story he's telling about this kid, Jimmy. Like, without the video, this song would still probably resonate as such a well versed story. I mean, don't get me wrong, the videography is freaking amazing, but I mean, part one of Money Game was wild. It was insane. And the premise of it was insane. Part 2, despite the fact they didn't have an actual music video, crazier, more insane. And now he's going on and he's making it far more personal. Before it started out kind of vague, and then it became kind of about society. And, well, I mean, they were, part 1 and part 2, I would say, were both about society. But now, this is very personal. This is about Jimmy, which I'm assuming is a fictional character, of course. But this is what stems from our society. So let's see what happens with Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. I got a bad feeling about Jimmy.
Losing the race, you're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Oh, that timing was beautiful.
35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
I was right. I feel bad for Jimmy, but not really. He sounds like he did some terrible shit. Another cut. But this is brilliant. Like, okay, I should probably pause and discuss, like, because I am paying attention to the video as well, but I'm trying to absorb as much of the song itself and the lyrics. But, like, for over here, where that's not on a gimbal, I take that back. I was just saying that early on because it was such a smooth movement from that first transition when he stepped away from the piano, and then you had that kind of whirlwind effect with the camera just kind of twirling, and then it went towards the wall and the ceiling, and then suddenly it just focuses in on the next pianist. But it's definitely a Steadicam. So the guy's got a rig on him, and it just holds it steady. It's not handheld, it's not on a gimbal, but that's how he's able to get these shots right here, where it's kind of swaying back and forth. It's a really cool effect.
38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in.
And the coordination to make a video like this. Look at that big guy run. He's ripped, though. I wouldn't mess with that big guy. No, the coordination, I mean, granted, yes, it's not all one take, but these are long takes with a lot of extra people, not just Ren. I'm sure it's a lot easier for Ren to just be Ren, but when you have other elements, you mess up, you're going to have to start all over again. So I wonder how many takes these, so far I've seen 3 cuts. The first 2 cuts, to be fair, they're nothing compared to these, where you have all these other actors coming into play. So, yeah, let's keep going.
In a hospital
it's wild.
A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Never seen a nurse with that kind of a tattoo and that kind of a dad bod. Oh, that's cool.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music. This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution? Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface and consume till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Another cue.
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Jesus. Okay, poor Jimmy. I mean, this really... am I at a loss for words again? That's 3 videos in a row that I am literally at a loss for words after watching. Maybe I slept well. Guys, that was nuts. The videography, I wish I would have delved more into, but I was just so distracted by the performance itself. Not just Ren's, but everyone else's. The choreography was just brilliant. The lyrics themselves, the story was absolutely insane. I wish I had words to explain how I'm feeling right now, but I just don't. But that's, I mean, this is reality, guys. Like, especially, I mean, for you parents out there. I mean, I'm a parent myself. I have a 7-year-old son. It means the world to me. I hope that I'm doing everything right. No one really trains you for that, but you know, I know people like Jimmy. No, they're not part of the cartels, but they were born into high expectations of power because of who their parents were. And now that they have that power, they're just reckless, absolutely reckless with their lives. And it just comes to show you that money doesn't bring you happiness. Sometimes money will bring you misery. And some of the wealthiest people I know are also the most miserable people I know. There's a real irony in that. But outside of that, guys, yeah, this one has been yet another trip. I'll have to look at my list. The list is ever growing. Thank you guys all for the recommendations. Keep them coming. Until next time, peace. For real this time, tonight. Peace.